Hi, my name is Abhinav Lohia. I'm the Director of Global Business Development at Golden Gate Global. Today, we will be discussing the advantages of EB-5 visa for prospective and current H1B visa professionals. Being a former EB-5 attorney and being involved with EB-5 visa industry for a decade, I've come across many H1B visa professionals who explore EB-5 visa for various reasons. Today, I will be discussing the most common reasons why H1B visa professionals explore EB-5. EB-5 visa program was established by US Congress in 1990 with the aim to boost US economy. It is a direct pathway to US permanent residence or a green card. The green card is granted to the investor, their spouse, and unmarried children below the age of 21. It requires a minimum investment of $800,000 in specially designated areas called Targeted Employment Areas or TEAs, or $1,050,000 in areas that are non-TEAs. It requires documenting the source of funds that are being invested, and it should result in creation of 10 new American jobs. Advantages for prospective applicants. Most of the prospective applicants for H1B visa happen to be international students. If, as an international student, you try applying for internships, it's really hard. However, during the course of your study, if you receive a green card, it greatly improves your chances of getting internships. These internships, after graduating, result in employment opportunities wherever you intern. Additionally, once you graduate as a green card holder, you have a bigger pool of employers. There are a limited number of H1B sponsoring employers. As a result, all the international students and international talent are applying for the same jobs, which greatly reduces your chances of getting being gainfully employed in the United States. You also bypass the H1B visa lottery. Every year, over 300,000 applicants apply for H1B visa. However, there are only 85,000 H1B visas available. As a result, 75% of the applicants that have graduated from schools, found employment, and their employer agreed to sponsor their H1B visa end up leaving the United States. It's only the 25 to 30% that are lucky that get to live in the United States and work here. Also, being a green card holder, you can negotiate a better salary since you're not dependent on employment sponsorship. And as I mentioned, you have a bigger pool of employers because you can apply for jobs anywhere in the United States and are not restricted to applying only to H1B sponsoring employers. You can also enter professions that don't necessarily qualify for H1B visa. For instance, if you want to be an actor or a dancer or pursue some career in arts, it will be really hard to make a case for an H1B visa. A green card or a citizenship of the United States, well, it's unrestricted. You can do whatever you want as long as it's legal. Now, there are advantages for current H1B visa holders. Once you make your H1B visa lottery, you are still dependent on your employer to live and work in the United States. This, for people of nationalities like India or China, this can be a very long term. Most Indian applicants will probably take about 20 to 30 years to get a green card on an employer-sponsored petition, which will keep them stuck with an H1B sponsoring employer for the next 2 to 3 decades. Secondly, if you are a current H1B visa professional, the likelihood of getting paid less than your American counterpart is very high. Once you get a green card, again, because you are exposed to a bigger pool of employers, you get some bargaining chips to get higher salaries. Additionally, and this has come to my attention way too many times that I would have liked, a lot of H1B visa holders have to give up promotions because it may change their job profile. A change in the job profile can lead to resetting your EB2 or EB3 green card timeline, which for many applicants is anyways 20 to 30 years and may set them back by another decade. One of the biggest advantages, which not many people talk about, is if you get a green card, your entire family can work as long as your kids are of a legal age. So of the legal age to work, everyone in the family can work. Now, H1B visa also leads to certain uncertainties in your life. If you are laid off as an H1B visa professional, the law requires you to find an alternate employer within 60 days. If you fail to find an alternate employer, you may have to leave the United States, which, if you have a family, can be really difficult. If your child is studying in a school, it may result in loss of a school year. Whereas a green card holder, if you're laid off, you simply go home, go on Indeed.com or any other job site and start looking for jobs. It could be 60, 90, 120 days. While it may cause financial hardship, it doesn't require you to leave the United States. One big advantage of EB-5, apart from the financial aspects and employment, is that it keeps families together. Once a child of an H1B visa holder turns 21, they are required to get their own visas to live, to study, or work in the United States. And if they fail to get that visa, they will have to leave, which could also mean that H1B visa holder, after spending decades in the United States, is also leaving because the child is unable to get a visa to the States. Whereas if you're a green card holder, once the entire family has it, it doesn't matter. Your child can be 21 or 25. They'll have a green card and can work or study in the United States. There's also a reverse effect here, the certainty of entering the United States. A lot of H1B visa holders suffered during the pandemic when the consulates were shut and they were visiting family overseas, because a lot of them had to get a visa stamped to enter back into the United States. They were stuck in their home countries or other countries till the time the consulates opened up, which ran into months. Whereas if you're a green card holder, you can exit and enter the United States without a problem. The final reason that I often come across is sabbatical. It may sound funny, but a lot of H1B visa holders, when they get a green card, end up taking a long break from work because now they can, because you're a green card holder. There is no requirement of being tied to an H1B sponsoring employer to live and work in the United States. You can take a break from work, come back. You can even start your own startup and not worry about employing anyone or getting employed by the startup because you don't need any visa sponsorship. I hope this was helpful. For more information, log on to 3gfund.com or email us at info@3gfund.com. Thank you.